Hello, hello, and welcome to a special edition of TJ Speaks. I am your host, TJ, and I have a very special showing for you on hand. And I had to start this show early because this is hot off the presses. What I have to share with the American people is hot off the presses. And it's going to relate to everything that's going on right now in our daily lives and in America today. So, let's get into this. Tonight's show, we're going to be talking about the political, or today's show. Good morning, people. Listen, I know we are American, we are hard workers, and we are always on the grind. So we got to do what we got to do in today's America, and this is what we have to do, patriots. Okay, let's get into this. The political reasons behind illegal migration. Mm-mm-mm. It never gets too diabolical for the Democrat Party. The Democrat Party, folks, I'm telling you, black, white, whomever, if you're an American citizen, this party is really, really super duper diabolical. Okay, I'm going to play an audio for you guys, and I want you to listen before I say anything. I want you to listen what AOC has to say. This is back in 2020 when President Trump had signed an executive order to stop counting illegal immigrants all over the country, especially in the sanctuary cities, the Democrat-run cities. Our President Trump made an executive order: do not count illegal immigrants and non-citizens in our American census. And I want you to listen to AOC in panic mode. Again, what is the census? We know that the census happens once every 10 years. It is mandated by the Constitution. It determines our federal representation, and it also determines our funding. So if people are not counted, our community will get less representation than we deserve. And not just on the congressional level, but on state level, on the city level, we will get less representation. And what does that also mean? It means less votes and less congressional support, less state legislature support for the priorities that we have in our community. So don't forget your babies. I think sometimes people, we fill out the census. Kids are people too. And so sometimes in the rush of it, we rattle off how many adults are in the room. But your children are also a family member, and they are a person to be counted. If you had a baby and the next day you got the census, count your baby. It's just an easy thing sometimes for us to slip. But children under 5 are very often undercounted, and it's really important for our schooling numbers as well. So don't forget your babies. Okay. Okay, guys, I had to show you guys that video, well, that audio. Um, Now, if you pay attention in the audio, you can rewind this podcast. She mentions, oh, it's very important for the congressional House seats. Now, let's all put our thinking caps together. AOC is pro illegal immigration. Trump signed an executive order that you cannot count illegal immigrants and non citizens in the census. AOC attacked President Trump. But she actually gave us the reasons why these illegal immigrants and how did illegal immigrants get so much congressional power? Why are the illegal immigrants constantly getting congressmen and senators to fight for them? And that's because the Democrat Party has found a way. Well, not it's illegal what they're doing, but the Democrat Party has underhandedly, without the knowledge and consent of the American people, I repeat, without our knowledge and consent of the American citizens of these United States, the Democrat Party has been applying constitutional rights to illegal immigrants and non-citizens by counting them on the U.S. Census. So that is the reason why the Democrats love to be a sanctuary city, because they have been counting these people for decades on our U.S. Census in order to collect extra congressional seats. You just heard AOC say it. We need to count everyone for political power in Congress. Now, you and I are not slow people. We know that illegal immigrants and non citizens are not supposed to have congressional representation in Congress. And this is at the heart of the illegal immigration right now under Joe Biden. This is an emergency podcast for all of the American patriots, all the American citizens. These people are seeking power. The politicians that are supporting illegal immigration is seeking congressional seats, which leads to electoral college votes per state. And I'm going to get into that too. And it got so contentious in 2020, they even got the celebrities down on the act when it came to the 2020 census. And I want to play another audio for you guys in which they New York City got 20... hold on, where they got Cardi B to make a public service announcement to all the illegal immigrants living inside of New York City. Listen to this. 20 Hold up. Sorry for the technical problems, guys. Please bear with me. I'm just a regular folk, just like you. New York City, 2020 is a huge opportunity to make our voice heard. This year, we have the power to decide our city's future, not just for the next 4 years, but for the next 10 by getting counted in the census. The census is about power, money, and respect for our communities. If our city is undercounted, we risk being underrepresented, especially our communities of color. In 2010, only 62% of New Yorkers responded to the census, with the lowest response rates in our Black and Brown communities. In 2020, I'm going to tell you something. We can let this happen again. If you want to stand up to the status quo and the 5 people in power who wants to silence us, start by getting counted in the census. The census is safe, easy for everyone. And remember, the citizenship question is off the census. No matter what anybody tells you, immigrants with or without papers count too. Mi gente presente. Go to my2020census.gov now and fill out 10 simple questions to get counted. You heard it there, folks. You heard it there. Excuse me, here, there, whatever. Okay. You heard her say, illegal immigrants, you count too. Now, what kind of nation would give foreign people congressional power over their citizens? Now, I don't know. I'm not a constitutional lawyer, but that sure sounds unconstitutional to undermine the constitutional rights, votes, and power of the U.S. citizens. America is promised to the U.S. citizens. It's not promised to people coming here from other countries that's not a citizen, that's on vacation. And this is behind all of the Congress people fighting so hard to keep the DACA people here. This is why they want DACA. DACA is to be counted on our census so they can collect extra House seats, and that's going to transform into extra congressional seats. So all of this illegal immigration has nothing to do with humanity, people. This is 100% political. This is all about power and money and power. We have a 2024 election coming up. We need to be astute. We need to be aware of our surroundings. Joe Biden is trying to have us surrounded in our country with foreign nationals who are going to demand congressional power. And we cannot let this happen. We need to get Joe Biden out today. These people that he's flooding into the country, they can't be counted on today's census. He's looking forward to a 2030 census. And that is why we have to do immediate deportation of every last illegal immigrant, visa overstayer in America, because these people are using our kindness and generosity as a political weapon against us. Our illegal immigrants are political in America today. And according to the Constitution, any foreign national gets involved in politics needs to be deported immediately. And since the Democrat Party has counted these people on our census, and they have been getting and collecting the electoral college votes, and they have been collecting congressional seats in states like New York and California. Have you not noticed? The United States population did not increase 140% in 60 years. That is humanly impossible for any nation to increase their population by 140% in 60 years since the Immigration um, Act of 1965. That's impossible. These are not our people that's residing in the United States. So I wanted to bring that to you guys. And also, to further along our conversation, I'm going to read you guys a quick little tidbit about uh what's that the it's on the archives website, archives.gov, and this pertains to electoral college. Distribution of electoral college votes. Allocation among the states. Electoral votes are allocated among the states based on the census. Every state is allocated a number of votes equal to the number of senators and representatives in its United States congressional delegation. 2 votes for its senators in the U.S. Senate, plus a number of votes equal to the number of congressional districts. Under the 23rd Amendment of the Constitution, the District of Columbia is allocated 3 electors and treated like a state for the purposes of the Electoral College. Each state, which includes the District of Columbia for the Electoral College, decides how to appoint its electors. However, they must do so according to the law enacted before Election Day. Currently, all states use the popular vote results from the November general election to decide which party chooses the individuals who are appointed. Okay, so there you have it, folks. They are receiving 2 votes for the senators, because each state has 2 senators, and they're receiving 1 vote per congressional representative, per congressional district. AOC congressional district is made up of illegal immigrants, and she has her seat due to the presence of illegal immigrants in America, people that's here illegally in America, that America did not make a contract or sign any contract for these people to be here permanently, are being counted in our census illegally. Okay, AOC has obtained her seats illegally. AOC has obtained her Okay, here we go. We're back. Okay. So, like I was saying, AOC has received her seats illegally. And that's what's happening. All right, guys. So that's the emergency broadcast, pretty much in a nutshell. These people are not being kind. These politicians, these rhinos, these Democrats, Joe Biden, this is all for a political purpose. This is not for humanity. Nothing about this is for humanity. And in conclusion, based on the revelations that I stumbled across today, okay, these are the reasons. This is the main reason why all illegal immigrants must be returned home. We cannot have a competing group, a competing class of people here in America competing for our congressional, our political powers. We are United States citizens. We have to protect our political powers in this country, our vote. We have to protect our vote. And if we have illegal immigrants being counted by the parties in order to obtain congressional seats, is direct conflict to our political vote and our political power as given to us by the U.S. Constitution. The U.S. Constitution cannot be applied to those that are not U.S. citizens. America does not have a contract with those people. They cannot give away citizenship and they cannot give away constitutional rights to foreign nationals. There is a process. And this constant attempt to go around immigration law is is such an egregious violation of the US Constitution and federal law. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you find this information interesting and share. Please like, share, and subscribe to TJ Speaks. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay healthy. Take care.